All right, let's talk about something that's, not exactly anyone's favorite topic paying state taxes. It often feels like your hard earned money just disappears into a big, mysterious government pot, right? But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? What if you could actually have a say in where it goes?
Now, really, just think about that for a second. Imagine you get to your bottom line on your state taxes, and instead of just writing a check to the state, you could redirect that exact same amount of money to a cause you truly believe in, a cause right here in our community. Sounds almost too good to be true, but in Arizona, it's very real. And this is how it works. It's called the Arizona Qualifying Charitable Organization Tax Credit, or QCO for short. This thing is a total game changer. It literally puts you in the driver's seat. But before we get into the details, we have to understand the one key difference that makes this so incredibly powerful.
Okay, so let's get into the core concept here. This is all about why a tax credit is so much better than a tax deduction. I know they sound similar, but trust me, in the world of taxes, they are worlds apart. Let's just put it out there, plain and simple. A tax credit is better than a deduction. This isn't just an opinion. It's a straight-up mathematical fact. It's the difference between getting a small discount versus having someone hand you cash to pay your bill.
So here's the breakdown. A deduction, well, it just shaves a little bit off the top of your income that gets taxed. It helps, but it's not a huge impact. A credit, on the other hand, is a direct dollar-for-dollar reduction of the final tax you actually owe. It's basically a gift card that pays off your tax bill. All right, let's move on from the theory and get to the good stuff, the actual numbers. How does this dollar-for-dollar benefit really look when it comes to your wallet? This is where it gets really exciting.
So, for 2025, if you're an individual filing your Arizona state taxes, you can donate up to $495 to a qualifying charity and get that entire amount back as a credit. Now, if you're a couple filing jointly, that number more than doubles to a whopping $987. I mean, that's not just a small tax break. That's a serious amount of money you get to control.
And just to be super clear on what dollar for dollar means, for every single dollar you donate, you get $1 knocked off your final tax bill. So $400 donation means you pay $400 less in taxes. You're essentially making a huge donation at zero net cost to you. It's brilliant.
Okay, so now you get it. You see the numbers. You see the benefit. You're probably thinking, all right, I'm in. How do I actually do this? And the best part is, it is ridiculously simple. It really just boils down to 3 easy steps. First, you make your donation to a QCO like Bridging AZ. Make sure you use their special code. Second, you just hang on to your receipt. You'll need it for your records. And third, when you do your taxes, you fill out one little form, Arizona Form 321. That's it. Seriously, no crazy hoops to jump through. Now, a quick word on timing, because this is important. You have until tax day, usually April 15th, to make a donation and claim that credit for the tax year that just ended. But here's a little pro tip for you. If you make that donation before December 31st, you can often claim it as a charitable deduction on your federal taxes too, a potential double win. So, we've covered the amazing financial benefit for you. But honestly, that's only half the story. The other half, the why, is what makes this so meaningful. Where does the money you redirect actually end up? So when you use this tax credit, you're not just sending money into the void. You're choosing a specific, vetted, qualifying charitable organization. A fantastic example is Bridging AZ Furniture Bank. Your tax dollars go directly to their mission. And look at the real-world impact this has. We're talking about helping veterans get back on their feet, assisting folks with disabilities, providing essential furniture to families who have nothing. Your redirected tax dollars become a bed to sleep on, a table to eat at. You're literally helping build a stable home for someone in need. So, if that mission speaks to you, this is the most important piece of info you'll need. The QCO code for Bridging AZ is 2-0-357. That's the magic number that tells the state of Arizona exactly where you want your tax money to go. So, that brings us to the final thought here. We usually see taxes as just an obligation, right? Something we just have to do. But with the Arizona QCO tax credit, it becomes an opportunity. It becomes a choice. So the real question isn't if you're going to pay your state taxes, it's how you're going to make them truly count.